In the fall of 1977, a Philadelphia woman, Helen Maddux, went missing, and her disappearance gave rise to multiple speculations about where she possibly could go. A series of search operations began in different locations, and several people among her friends and family were questioned, but no one could help the police reach some conclusion. In September 1977, Helen Maddux visited a shared apartment in Pennsylvania to collect her belongings where she and Ira Einhorn lived together before they had broken up. Einhorn was Maddux's boyfriend, and they both remained in a relationship for 5 years. Einhorn was a well-known environmental activist and had also been involved in various socio-justice movements. He was known as the Unicorn, a name he adopted for himself, which is the translation of his original name. Following the mysterious disappearance of Maddux, police started investigating her whereabouts from the people she met and was linked to. Her ex-boyfriend Einhorn was also questioned, and he denied that she did not come to his place and disappeared while coming to the apartment. The inquiry was getting cold, until one day 18 months after her death, the neighbors from the Pennsylvania apartment experienced some rancid smell. The weird situation was reported to the police, who then visited the apartment. There they found what no one was expecting, a partially mummified body stuffed in a trunk. Along with the decomposing body, a few other items including air fresheners, styrofoam, and newspapers were also found. The gruesome discovery stumbled everyone, and everyone knew that Einhorn was the one responsible for the murder. The autopsy examination revealed that Maddux was bludgeoned to death and her skull was badly fractured. Einhorn was arrested for the Maddux murder, but he kept refusing any involvement in the case. He even claimed that CIA officials killed Maddux, as he knew few secrets about the paranormal in their research. In 1981, a few days before the murder trials had to begin, Einhorn jumped bail and evaded to France, where he kept dodging the authorities for 17 years. After several official procedures, the U.S. government, in an agreement with France's Council of State, arranged the arrest of Einhorn. French authorities agreed upon his extradition on the ground that another chance of trial would be given to Einhorn. On the other hand, Einhorn played delaying tactics and cut his throat with a knife to postpone his departure. Later, he was finally handed over to the U.S. government in July 2023, and after 25 years of Maddux's murder, he finally stood trial. Despite Einhorn's attempts to portray himself as a victim of a conspiracy, evidence against him continued to mount. Investigators discovered a history of domestic violence in his relationship with Maddux, further strengthening the case against him. Additionally, forensic analysis of the trunk in which Maddux's body was found revealed traces of blood and hair that matched Maddux's DNA profile, firmly implicating Einhorn in her murder. The trial that ensued captivated the public's attention, with many fascinated by the enigmatic figure of Ira Einhorn and the shocking details of the case. Prosecutors presented a compelling case, highlighting Einhorn's volatile temper and his motive stemming from the end of his relationship with Maddux. Despite his assertions of innocence and elaborate conspiracy theories, the jury ultimately found Einhorn guilty of first-degree murder. The resolution of the case brought closure to Maddux's family and friends, who had endured years of uncertainty and anguish. It also served as a reminder of the importance of perseverance and diligence in pursuing justice, even in the face of significant obstacles and delays. Einhorn's eventual demise in prison marked the end of a chapter in a tragic saga that had gripped the nation for decades, leaving behind a legacy of sorrow and unanswered questions. Einhorn kept claiming that Maddux's killing was a government setup until in 2002 he was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Spending the following years in prison, in April 2020, Einhorn was found dead in his cell at the age of 79, and his death was found to be of natural causes.